Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Apologies, I've been a bit quiet as of late. A combination of illness and I haven't actually had my reMarkable Paper Pro, so I haven't been able to do much content on that. But yeah, just in case you haven't seen the other video, which I'll leave the link for in the description, this is a brand new boxed reMarkable Paper Pro because I sent mine back for a replacement because of two issues: dead pixels and potentially it making a coil whine noise. So watch the full video if you want the full overview, but let's check it out and see if any of these issues are still present and unbox the reMarkable Paper Pro again. I'll just whistle through it because yeah, you've probably already seen the unboxing of this before because this has been out for some time now. But what will really be interesting is when we get it switched on and we actually get to test out some potential issues or fixes with the software. So everything else, packaging wise, looks the same as it did 3 months ago when I got my original one. Throw that aside. Let's pull off the plastic wrapping. Noticing a few marks here. It's wiped off. Maybe it's just from testing, but I hope they haven't sent me a version that somebody else has sent back. Hopefully it's brand new. I'll take another closer look at it in a second, but what I'll do now is I'll run through the setup off camera and then we'll dive into it and check if the issues are still present on this model. Fingers crossed. So rather frustratingly, there's actually been 2 days that have passed between this portion of the video and the portion of the video that you've just seen. You might be able to see at the bottom of my screen it says syncing. Well, it's been saying that for the past 2 days. Long story short, I've spoken to reMarkable support and there is an ongoing issue with the syncing of the reMarkable devices. So I've took my reMarkable Paper Pro replacement out of the box and I've not been able to use it properly since, which is really frustrating, and it sort of adds to a list of frustrations that I'm going to sort of dive into towards the end of this video. I completely understand that technical issues happen, but I think my frustration has been compounded by the fact that, well, coming back to the two main reasons we sent this back for a replacement, just diving straight into the dead pixels. So my last Paper Pro had dead pixels. And again, just to reiterate for those who haven't watched my previous video, it's where essentially some of the pixels on the screen are not functioning and therefore colour is not being transmitted through those pixels. And so you'll find them as just white dots. When the screen is pale, you can't really see them. When you move it onto a dark background, which here is just a black PDF, they show up quite noticeably when you look closely. I will leave a link to a copy of this just black PDF that you can download from my Facebook page for free, just in case you want to test yours. But these 3 circles are illustrative of 3 more dead pixels that I have found on my reMarkable Paper Pro replacement. So what does this mean? It's not the end of the world because they're not overly noticeable when you're using it, especially when most of the things I use have lighter backgrounds. But the frustrating thing for me is that it's indicative of some issues that I believe are going on within reMarkable as a company. And what I've heard from other people is they don't quality check the returns. I've heard of one person sending it back 5 times before they actually got one without dead pixels, which says to me, I mean, you make up your own mind, but this sort of says to me that they are not checking the returns. So they decided not to invest in quality control in what they're sending out and just take the hit financially, which isn't very good customer service for, you know, when people are spending £600, £700, dollars, euros, whatever it may be. So yeah, I'm going to include a close-up picture of the dead pixels because it's very hard to see it from this camera angle. So you can actually see the issues on my replacement device. Now, talking about extra frustrations, One of the other issues that I was sort of experimenting with in terms of replacement is the noise or the coil whine, which we get. And now with my previous reMarkable, when I had anything from a PDF to a normal notebook with heavy amounts of colour on it, like this page, and I slowly scrolled across or scrolled down the page with 2 fingers, it would make a noticeable noise. Now, I've noticed that it doesn't make that noise at all when I'm doing it on a notebook. I will say though that I can still hear the noise when I'm on a PDF with colour on it, although it is definitely fainter. So what I'm going to do now is play 2 audio clips. The first one is an audio clip of my old reMarkable that I returned, and the second audio clip is of the noise you can hear from my new reMarkable, and I'll let you see if you can hear a noticeable difference there. Okay, so what you will have heard there, if it's anything like what I've heard, is that as I'm scrolling through the exact same PDF, so I scrolled through this exact PDF on my old reMarkable and recorded it, and on this one, that you are getting significantly less noise out of the new Paper Pro than the old one. You do get the odd bit of noise, I will say, still out of this one. I still can hear it, but it is absolutely 100% much more quiet on this model, which again, whilst it's a good thing because it bothered me a little bit on the previous model, what conclusion I would draw is that the newer models, they've maybe identified it as an issue and tried to reduce the coil whine noise, but everybody who has purchased reMarkables in the early days when they were first launched likely is suffering from the issue of the increased noise level, because when I've asked people on my YouTube page and my Facebook page, it's been very much 50-50, that some people hear it, some people can't, and I suspect that's because they've tried to correct the issue, but those who have purchased a reMarkable Paper Pro originally, unfortunately, have to deal with that unless they want to send it back. So I'm going to try not to turn this into a ranting video, because I like to try and be a positive person, but overall, again, to repeat, I am quite disappointed with reMarkable, the company, for some of the what it seems like deliberate decisions that they've made. I still think the product is pretty good. Whilst it has flaws, I've always been transparent that I believe there are issues with it. And actually, when you release a new device, I think you are going to have some issues when it's brand new, even if the testing they have done is extensive. What has really frustrated me, though, is their reaction to the issues. So when people are approaching them saying, oh, my reMarkable makes a loud screeching noise when I'm on pages with lots of colour, their response was, oh, it's absolutely normal, and actually our reMarkable 2 model does that as well. I've not heard anyone, I've got a reMarkable 2, it's never made a peep, and I've not heard anyone saying it's making a noise. So the fact that they're trying to say, oh, well, they all do it, that seems a bit dishonest to me. I mean, tell me if I'm wrong, if other people have heard it on their other reMarkable devices. And also the issue with, you know, dead pixels, it seems like there's maybe an issue with the screens in general or the supplier that they're working with. It's not a major issue, but the fact that they're not even checking the replacements before they send them out. I mean, I think I'm not working in manufacturing in a supply chain such as this one, but you'd think the cost would be minimal just to get somebody to quickly check over the screen before they ship it out. I'm still undecided if I want to send this back to try get one which doesn't have any dead pixels. As I say, it's not a massive issue, and the inconvenience of not having your reMarkable for a week, is it worth it? I'd love to know what all of you think, because I'm aware I'm probably feeling extra frustrated in the fact that, I mean, it's not even synced with my files yet, so I've had to plug it in directly into my laptop to get the files that we looked at earlier, so I can't even get all my files that are on reMarkable 2 on there. So I'm aware that my frustration has probably just been compounding with all the issues, but overall I can completely see how somebody rationally would look to other companies for e-ink tablets, to be honest, after sort of the recent experiences. I think the reMarkable 2, I don't know, maybe that had issues when it was first launched, but the Paper Pro seems to be have been a bit of a troublesome launch with some troublesome issues. And yeah, if it wasn't for this channel and the various content I do around the e-ink devices, I think I'd be strongly leaning towards returning it within that 100-day guarantee that you've got. But the fact that I still find it useful, and I think it's important to do transparent content around the various devices to keep the companies accountable, then I'm going to keep going. But if it wasn't for that, and if I just used it for, you know, everyday personal use, then jury's out if I would just send it back. So thanks for watching anyway. Sorry it's been a bit negative towards the end, but I think it's important to get the message out there, and hopefully reMarkable will correct these issues in future and take note for their future products maybe. As ever, I will leave the link to my various PDF templates for various e-ink tablets in the description, not just reMarkables. They're compatible for all e-ink tablets which support PDFs, including my 2025 daily organizer. We're nearly at the end of the year now, so it's a good chance to pick that up if you're interested. But stay tuned, I've got some more things planned over the holiday season, and thank you for watching.